Hello everybody, this is Michael Brenner for Drop Top Tees. I'm here with my son, Timothy Menz, at Pascal Park, just a couple miles from, not even a mile from my house actually, to do a video for all you new Fiat 124 Spider owners. Depending on how good your salesman was, you may know some of these things we're about to talk about. You may know all of them, or most likely there's going to be a lot that he never bothered or she never bothered to explain to you when you took possession of your car at the dealership. So we're going to look at all kinds of things inside and out, look at a little bit of the electronics. If there's any tips that I give you that you don't know about already, please like the video. That'll give me an idea of how many people who watch it learn something from it. Okay, thank you for doing that, and here we go. Okay, the very first thing I want to talk about is this little stem right here. It is your interior light setting as well as your odometer setting. You can see the odometer right here. We're at 7638. If you press it once, you go to the trip odometer, trip A. Press it again, trip B. Press it again, you're back on the odometer. Okay, to reset it, I'm on trip A right now. As you can see, I went 3/10 of a mile. I had to drive around the park just a little bit just to get it back up to 0.3 so I could reset it for you. To reset it, all you do is push in and hold it for a couple seconds and it goes back. So press once, you rotate settings. Press in and hold on one of the odometers, trip odometers A or B, and it will reset it back to 0. Now the other thing it does, let me turn on the lights. This is a rheostat. By twisting left or right, you can adjust the intensity of your interior cabin lights. So that's what that switch does. Okay. Did you know that behind each seat in the car there is a cubby hole? There is. Tim, move to the side so we can see. All you do is rock the seat forward. You don't have to push it forward at all. It just pulls out. Put the slots in the tab, in the holes, and press it back in. It's not real big, but it's big enough to put small things that you may need every once in a while in there. This is what we use ours for. Go ahead. We take our tire inflator kit because the trunk space just doesn't have a lot of room, and any little extra bit helps. If you're on a big shopping trip or on vacation, we take here, open up the one, and we put our tire inflator kit inside one of the cubby holes. Hopefully we don't need the tire inflator kit, and so it's perfect because it's a little bit inconvenient to get to. But for something you don't use a lot, like a first aid kit, tire inflator kit, whatever else you have in the car that you may not need very often, that's a perfect place to put it out of the way, out of sight. Doesn't take up precious cargo space. Now, one thing I've seen several people ask about in the groups is, what is this hole for? People think it's a coin holder or God knows what else it is, but guess what? It's an extra cup holder. As Tim is going to demonstrate, passenger side cup holder. Moves forward and just slides down in there, and you can put your cup there, which is perfect when you're driving by yourself. Very easy to reach as the driver if you're driving by yourself, but as you can see, when you have a passenger, Tim's knee keeps hitting the cup holder. Okay,
it's not very comfortable.
It can really reduce the passenger's leg room, and if that kind of thing bothers them, they're banging into it all the time. So when you're driving by yourself, it's awesome. When you have a passenger in the car, kind of up to whether that bothers the passenger or not. In our house, if we have a passenger, the cup holder goes in the back. Now, it has to be the passenger side cup holder. Tim, put the driver's side cup holder up here. I'll hold the drink and see, and we'll show them what happens. No, yeah, put that back in there. And then I'll hold the other one. This is why you can't use the driver's side cup as the cup holder. Just pull up. Okay, we're gonna lift weights again tonight, so that's cool.
Does it even go in? does.
It does, but now put the cup in it. Oops.
I can't.
This is why you don't use the driver's side one, because it slants to the front and then you can't put your drink in. So passenger side cup holder is what you want to do. Now, stay there a second. Here's another tip on the cup holders. Reach around and get this one. You're okay, you got long arms.
Yeah.
I know when I'm driving, if I try to get my cup right here on the driver's side when I'm driving, that's hard to do. And so what we do is, as a driver, I put my cup on the passenger side and the passenger puts their cup on the driver's side. Because if you're bigger, if you have short arms, like you're going T-Rex on us or something, it's just a lot easier. You don't have to bend as far to get it if you switch positions on where you actually put your cups. Just a little trick that helps you out, makes it easier to grab a cup while you're driving without having to contort yourself too much. Okay, now since we're over on this side of the car mostly, hopefully you'll be able to see it because our sun's going down here. There is a DC outlet in your car. We asked, because when we were test driving, I didn't see one. I asked my salesman, where's the DC outlet? He flat out told me the car doesn't have one. And so after we bought the car, it just didn't sound right to me. Every car has a DC outlet. I researched it and figured out where it was, and when we went back to get the title, I told him, and he was amazed. He really honestly didn't think it was there. Way up underneath, up where I'm pointing to, is the DC outlet. Way up front on the left side of where your passenger feet go. Kind of out of the way, a little bit hard to get to, but if you plug something into it like we do, we plug it into our radar detector, it's really kind of cool because it's so far up and out of the way that your feet never hit it and knock it out of joint or anything like that. Moving on to the next thing. When you buy the car, most of you will have a little white plastic thing, tab sticking out from right here. A lot of people ask what that is. Well, that is a little tab to pull out so you can pull the cover off the SD nav card slot. Go ahead, Tim. To do that, when you have the tab, you can just pull on the tab, and if you can't grab it very well, a pair of pliers will work. After that, you can use your fingers or a flathead screwdriver.
Oh, come on.
There you go. And as you can see, the nav card is right in there. This is just a cover to keep dirt and dust from getting in there. You can take it off with your fingers, ladies, if you don't want to break a nail. Flathead screwdriver, pop it right out of there. And now, since I'm over on this side of the car, this is an easy one. Trunk release. This little white button is your trunk release. That opens up your trunk. So you can unlock the trunk from inside your car. Okay, but guess what? There's a better trunk release. What if you're outside your car, been shopping, walking up to the back of your vehicle, you want to put stuff inside your Spider, and you don't want to fish around for your keys? You can just reach under it, as long as you have your fob, and open up the trunk. There is a electric proximity switch right here. All you have to do is press that if you have your fob, and it will open up the trunk. Really simple. There you go. Now, there's a caveat on that. Don't start thinking, well, hey, anybody can do that and get in my trunk. I have my fob with me. I'm gonna back up here a little bit. Okay, I'm probably about 15-20 feet away. Tim, try to open it. Can't do it, can you? Okay, let me get down about 10 feet. Go ahead, try again. 5 feet. 3 feet. Okay, right up close to it. Now it opens. According to Fiat, the fob has to be within 31 inches of the switch in order for that to activate. Notice I said the switch and not the car. Here, Tim, go ahead and start it up. So Tim has the fob, I don't have it. While he's up there, I'm going to try to start it. Open it. It will not open. Go ahead and start the car and we'll show you that, yes, here, give me the keys. When the car is running, I can still open it as long as I have the fob with me. Okay, turn off the car. Now, you may think, oh, that's cool. I don't like to leave my top down when I go shopping or go somewhere because people could slash my top, break into my car that way. But since I can lock the trunk, or close the trunk like that, I'm safe, right? Wrong. If your car's unlocked, remember this trunk release? Here, Tim. Hold the fob, close it. Now, I don't have the fob. It still opens up. So, if your car is unlocked, you don't need the fob to get in the trunk because you still have that trunk release inside the car, and anybody who knows that's there can open up your trunk. So if you have valuables, or as you'll see shortly, even if you don't have valuables, always a good idea to lock your car even when the top is down. Okay, now some of you may be saying, well, I don't have anything valuable in my trunk. I don't need to lock my car. Well, you have gas. And I don't know about where you live, but it's not, I would say, common, but it does happen where people run around and siphon gas out of gas tanks. Right now the car's turned off. I can open up my gas cap, my gas flap. However, if I lock the car, which I just did, try to open it. Uh-oh. Okay, it won't open. Now reach over and try to do the trunk release. The car is locked. I locked the car. What? Okay, you're pressing it and it's not opening. So when you lock the car, you prevent the gas flap from opening and you prevent the interior trunk release from unlocking the trunk. Now, how did I lock the car? Well, you see this button right here? This is another electric proximity switch. And there's one on the driver's side and passenger side of the car. That locks and unlocks your car. However, they don't work exactly the same. Once again, they're electric proximity switches. So you have to be within 31 inches of the switch with your fob in order for it to work. Tim, press the button and see if it unlocks.
Yes, nothing.
And it doesn't unlock. Okay, because I have the fob with me. Now, the passenger side, I'm going to unlock, press the button. It opens both doors. Okay, passenger side, one press opens both doors. Driver side, press once and the driver side door opens. Tim, passenger side does not open. So let me lock the door again. Driver side, press twice in fairly rapid succession. Now try it. Hey, both doors open. Okay, so that I can only assume this is why. If you're coming out to your car and you feel threatened by somebody in proximity of the vehicle, just press the driver's side one time, get in, close the door and lock it, and they are denied access to the vehicle. They can't get in the passenger side. Or I guess they figure if you're opening up the passenger door, you need a driver so both sides can open at once. Okay, we just got a couple more things to talk about. Tim, start the car and just give it a little gas, but with the in neutral, please. Okay. If you noticed when we were around the back of the car, we have an auto or combi resonated exhaust on this vehicle. You'll be able to hear it now and hear when we do the exit screen. Okay. If you are curious as to how it sounds compared to a regular stock classical Lusso engine, we have done a YouTube on it. Mitch Gordon was kind enough to lend his car and his time because he has a Lusso with a stock engine, and we did a couple drive-bys where you can hear both engines with the exhaust under acceleration while decelerating and kind of cruising by, and you'll hear them both starting up. So if you're interested in getting something like that but you're not sure what the difference is in sound, go ahead and watch that video and that will help you make your decision, I hope. Actually, I love mine. It gives you little pops and burbles and stuff. It's a little bit louder, but it's not obnoxiously loud. You don't have to worry about waking up your neighborhood when you come home late at night. Now, one final thing. The owner's manual you get when you buy the car, with the stuff they give you, is an abridged owner's manual. It's not the full owner's manual. You get some things, you don't get all of it. Some of the stuff I just talked about is not in the owner's manual you get from the dealer. However, you can go to the Fiat site online and download the 124 Spyder owner's manual online in PDF form, and you'll be surprised to see it's something like 34 to 40 pages longer and includes way more information about your car. So that's a final tip for everybody who's a new owner and wants to learn as much as they possibly can about their vehicle. Go online, download the PDF manual. It has an extra whole bunch of pages. I can't remember what it was. It was like 35 or 40, but there's a bunch of them that actually have a lot of the things I just talked about in there that were not in the regular owner's manual. So once again, if anything I just said was new information to you or you learned something from it, please like the video so I get an idea of how many people these things actually help. And what we're going to do next is take a look at the 7-inch navigation screen and some of the electronic controls that you have available to you from that screen and from your command post, as well as looking at the maintenance wrench that sometimes comes on and freaks people out. So that's going to be the next YouTube we make. We'll probably do that in a week or so. Have a good night. Ciao. Okay, Tim, thanks for helping. I'll see you at home.
Okay, see ya. Wait, what? Hey, where are you going? I'm not worried. He needs the camera for the video anyways.